Today's case study is wild. Out of state lead, power of attorney, squatters trashed the property, and our client Marlon still structured a path to a potential 90K profit. Let's break down the numbers, the negotiation, and the system behind it.
like like a little bit more context the seller's situation and
Okay.
the details of the property.
Yeah, this is a crazy deal because she's not the owner, she's the mother of the owner, and she got a power of attorney. So her daughter had a legal situation at her house some time ago where she killed a man in her house. S- The
Yeah.
mother said that, yeah, Lynette says that was, on the fence. I
Okay.
don't know, but then that's her version, and then I got the other version for the neighbors and the sheriff because this Saturday we had to kick out a lot of squatters that were in
Yeah.
that house because the house was vacant for so long, and the squatters were acting like the house was even with the sheriff. They didn't want it to go out of the house because they said the house it was their house. They bought the house. They said, yeah, that's crazy stuff. And
Man.
so that's what Lynette told me about her daughter, and she's trying to sell this house first because they're not making payments, and second, the house is vacant, and then they need some money to pay a lawyer to get her daughter out of jail, and defend herself. So that's her situation. But the I mean the neighbor they they said another thing that these two ladies are you know are are, are so crazy and they kill this dude because it's funny because they kill him in the kitchen with a gun and things like that. Yeah, they said these ladies are crazy. These ladies
Wow.
are not a good thing to be, a good neighbor to be with. So they are so
Yeah.
crazy, and everyone, because it's a small town, rural town, and everyone knows them. Everyone knows everyone. So the sheriff,
Yeah.
when I sent my contractor there Saturday, in order for him to change the lock and put a new lock box with a key, he found all these tenants. I mean, all these tenants. Yeah, like tenants. He found all these.
Squatters.
Squatters in there living in the house and like seven people, and one of them was walking out of the house, and when my contractor explained to the sheriff uh how the guy looked, he said, yes, this is this guy, he knows everyone, they know
Wow.
each
Yeah.
other, everyone in the town, because it's a small town, and also the neighbors knows all the squatters, and they've been trying to kick him out, but they didn't want it to go out. So things like that. They know each other, so they kick him out. We close and secure the property, but they have destroyed the property. And they've been putting some fire, maybe because the cold, they've been putting some fire in the property and trying to get warm. They've been like, breaking walls, things like that.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, it's been crazy. So the repairs are gonna be more than we expect, but we just, tell Lynette that, hey, this is what is going on, and we send them some pictures as well. But we haven't negotiated with her yet because it's not we're not in the point to negotiate yet. But we will lower the price because with her and negotiate because the repairs are it's an innovation deal, and the repairs are gonna be a lot more than we expect. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, in order to have it ready to list, so we need to spend a little bit more money than we expect. And the contractor is making all his estimates because they stole the copper, the plumbing copper, they stole the electrical
What?
copper. Yeah, they stole, a lot of stuff in there that the property need to be fixed. And also a lot of
That's
trash and things, stuff of from them are in there, so we have to clean up and do all that. So that's basically
that's
how the property. Yeah, yes, man.
that's crazy, brother.
But it's a great
So
property, man. It's a pretty good property. This contractor, when he went there, he said, "Man, it's a shame this property is in this distress because the property is pretty good. It's a brick property, so big as well in a acres lot with water on the back, with a deck on the back of the house. Then even the neighbor, he wanted me to like sell him that part of the house because there is water and a deck. And they say, no, no, we're not. And then the contractor told him, hey, man, if you just fix a little bit this house, this is going to be sold so high. So focus on that because this property is huge. It's huge. It's in a huge lot. And also the property is so strong. The personality of the property is great. So
Yeah,
just do some love to the property and you will make ton of money with that.
man, that is great. So, what type of deal was that? It was like a wholesale cash offer?
No, it's an innovation deal.
Novation. All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Um, well, this is a very particular situation, right? So let me ask you, Marlon, was there anything on this deal that you might have learned that you could apply in future deals?
For this one, I already knew, because I've been through all these also squatters and things like that, and that's normal to me and not get scared about it. So maybe another person got scared with all these, but in this particular one, what I would do different or in future deals is like before we can negotiate, but yeah, before sending an offer we would send like someone walking the property before signing anything and make sure that what the conditions of the property is, because based on what Lynette told us, the property was in good condition. And yeah, that was, she's not local as well, she's here in Florida, so she haven't seen the property in long time as well. So it was the squatters, the one that broke everything in there. So, but yeah, I will walk the property with someone, send someone to walk the property before sign any offer. But it's easy, things that are is nothing that we cannot fix
All
on
right,
this.
good stuff. Good stuff, Marlon. So is this what this one actually is in Alabama?
Yes, it's
Oh
in
wow,
Nauvoo, Alabama. Yeah,
mobile. All right, I've heard of that
Nauvoo. It's
place.
a Nauvoo.
Hang on. M.
N N as in Nancy, Auvoo.
Oh, Novu. Okay.
Nauvoo. Yeah.
Alabama. Huh, interesting. So, well, definitely this is of course a lead that is out of your target area, which is fantastic that you were able to, to lock in. So, I'm really happy, Marlon, that you are also open to explore opportunities with this type of leads that are not exactly in your bread and butter
Yeah.
area, right?
Uh,
So glad to hear, man. I mean, let me ask you, would you walk me through like your sales process with the seller, which is actually the mother of the owner?
what do you mean with my sales process?
Yeah, like how do you end up having her agreeing with your offer?
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, she's in a desperate situation where the people that send she got an offer before us, that those guys who signed with her disappear and they never perform on the deal.
Oh,
So we were waiting until the contract expired in order for us to send her our offer. And she was so desperate, and because of her situation with her daughter, and she couldn't find any other investor or someone interested in the property. So we took place and explained him, and yeah, because it didn't work for a cash offer because they got a loan, and the cash offer
Hmm.
is lower than what they owe. So that's why we had to change to Novation, because that was the only way that we could, we could make numbers work.
Right. Okay, okay. And do you use any particular strategies of or techniques to kind of build rapport and negotiate the deal?
Yeah, we start mentioning her, based on her pain point, how important it would be if she signed with us, and how serious we are and taking the deal to the finish line, that we will be also that how why we were different to the other company that they signed. So we explained them that we will be like, every week, like twice or three times a week, like sending her messages for what's going on, how everything is moving and things like that, so we wouldn't disappear after they sign. And they
Yeah,
were, oh yeah, if you do that to me and you give me this price, then yeah, we will sign with you, because you guys sounds like serious. And yeah, we yeah, Fernando did a good work there, because she loved the way he talked to her. So yeah, once the sellers like you, so it's great, because they are open up for you, and they try to do business with you.
absolutely. That is fantastic, man. Great news about Fernando. Um, was it hard to get to the finish line?
No, no, it wasn't.
All
It
right,
wasn't. Yeah, they were ready to sign, and it wasn't. This one, it wasn't. A hard negotiation.
perfect. So how long did it take you to lock in this deal? I understand that the lead came in on January 8th. So it's been a while.
Yes, first I think because they signed with another company, she didn't answer to us. The first,
Okay.
in January she didn't answer, but then at the end of the month she started talking to us. And I believe on the first days of February, she told us that she wanted to sign with us, but she had a contract in place until February the 12th. And then we told her, okay, let's wait until the February the 12th, and we will call you that day in order to see if they are not showing up. If not, then we can move forward with our offer. And that was what happened. On the February the 12th, we called her, and then she was ready to sign.
That is fantastic, man. Your process has been great. And the fact that, they liked Fernando and then you, it's definitely a great sign that you guys are doing the right things. Let me ask you, Marlon, what was your or what's gonna be your ROI on this deal?
Okay, for that one, we expecting innovation for the number that I made without knowing the market, because now I know that market a lot better. And also the local realtors that I've been talking to, and the contractor are telling me, more positive things about the neighborhood and things like that. Based on my numbers, I was projecting to get around 40 to 50K on the innovation deal. But now with the strategy that I'm going to use, we are going like rehab lightly the property, and we're going to push that property uh, close to the 300K. So I was expecting to sell the property around 220 to 230. That was my number on the renovation deal, without any renovation, just outdated but in good condition. That's what I expect. But now we are going to do more stuff, a little bit more stuff, and we are going to list the property close to 300K. So that jump us for 80 to 90K on this deal, if we sell it, close to 300. Because the sold comps around it, they are sold for even over 300K. They are close to 400K. I'm not gonna push the property to that, but after I finish the property, I'm gonna present it to the realtor that is gonna list it for me, and then I'm gonna let her decide. Hey, what do you think? What are your feelings? In order for us to list this property and have it, under contract in the next 14 days. And then she's gonna decide because they are experts on the area, and of course she wants to sell the property as soon as possible. And based on what she said, is how we will follow.
Right. That is great, brother. So 80 to 90K is gonna be your final revenue for that deal if
Yeah.
everything goes as expected,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So you're gonna do pretty much like a full renovation.
It's not a full renovation, but it's gonna be like fixing electrical, plumbing, trash it
Yeah.
out, and
Plumbing.
painting inside, and then resurfacing the hardwood flooring, and some
All
fixing
right.
at the kitchen. That's it. But we're gonna paint the whole
Okay.
house inside and outside, not the bricks, but the parts that are already painted. So we're gonna make the property look fresh and
Yeah.
cleaner than we expect.
That is great. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fantastic, man. Congratulations. It really sounds like a fantastic deal. I know that usually when you are kind of comping your numbers, you analyze what properties have been sold recently in a certain radius around the area, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So would you tell me about any other, let's say, data or metrics that you use to evaluate the potential profitability of this particular deal?
Yes. Based on now that, on the markets in the US that they are a little bit low, we we also check our competition, not only the sold properties, because sometimes sold properties are not the ones that are guiding us for how much the property can get sold. Because
Yeah.
what I've been checking and realizing is sometimes you see sold comps, and if you only do your numbers based on the sold comps, even if they are pretty close sold comps, you may mistake sometimes because there's gonna be then on your competition there's gonna be like 10 properties a lot lower than the sold comps, and you put your property, you know, higher than these lower properties, and then you're gonna see it on the market. So we check sold comps, but also we're more based on our competition, so the for sale properties, and being
Yeah.
around 5 to 10% lower than the lowest most similar comp. So that's a killer.
Gotcha.
So we're gonna be the best property in the neighborhood with the best number. So
Right.
we don't have no competition, and we can get on the contract in the next 14 days. So that way is the way that I do my metrics right now in this market.
Man, that is brilliant. It is brilliant. Man, fantastic. Now, um, well, where were you at before joining Hesel Media, Marlon?
Man, we're coming out from a deep lost from the past 3 years since the market started changing. We've lost because I used to be a full-time fix and flipper and doing the wholesaling as a part-time. Never I use it as a business. I just had the opportunities to do it because I know a lot of people around my area, and then I just wholesale some deals, but I was 100% fix and flipper, not a wholesaler. Then when the market changed, we start, losing a lot of money and not mistaking because the market was changing. But we did numbers, and then those projected numbers never got through our sales process, and then we start losing a lot of money we lost $4 million in our business for the fix and flip.
My
Yes,
gosh.
yes, yes, from our pockets. Not, it wasn't like projected. It was our money. So we lost $4 million, like 25 properties from one of our portfolios.
Yeah.
And yeah, we like starting over with Hesel Media, and we're, this we are 100%
Wow.
committed to Hesel Media. I know Hesel Media, is performing, and you guys are delivering the best results with us. And even we still creating our system and adding more tools and people in our team that are gonna help us to achieve the goals that we want. But pretty, like right now, pretty much you are guys helping us to get out of that big loss.
That is fantastic, Marlon. I'm really happy that we are being part of your comeback, right? So
Yeah.
it is really good to hear this type of story. Mm, how did our marketing strategies and my coaching contributed to your success with this deal?
Man, it's been great. It's been great because your guidance and for every week, and also being on top of us and telling us what we have to fix, what we need to do next, or hey, you are leaving this behind. You have to be better on this. Rate. You have to get higher on this. You know lead to contact, things like that. Yeah, it's been pushing us, to be better every week and set goals, like short goals for weekly, and not only doing long time goals. So
Right.
that's been working so much, and also all the calls that you guys provide from the Wednesday and all those are being like helping us a lot with
That is great. I'm gonna make sure that actually we include Julio in
yes.
those invites for Wednesday, so he can be part of that training. Definitely, Fernando has been there, and it's great that that they are using that knowledge in their calls, and
Correct.
definitely that is now evident with the results that you guys are having. Um, Marlon, would you recommend our services to other real estate investors and entrepreneurs?
Yes, of course, man. Definitely. Yeah, of course.
Great. Do you think that you're doing something different to others and generate results?
Well, I think it's the being the fact that being there, even when sometimes things are not working, but you keep going and you keep going, showing up and pushing every day is the difference that's been helping us getting results, and we will get a lot better because we're gonna be
Oh yeah.
keep pushing and keep pushing. We're gonna be getting a lot more results that we've been getting now. But yeah, I think it's the showing up, the thing that I think we've been, and the patient, be patient is also because
Oh yeah.
this is not you don't you're not gonna get the results like right away. It's a
Yes.
process that people need to understand, that you're not gonna get in the first week. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get 5 deals in the first week. No, you need to do a lot of and analyze a lot of deals, call a lot of leads in order for you to make them work. And maybe sometime a lead that you just
Yeah.
call or touch like in 1 or 2 months uh back, they gonna show up then 2 months later and they're gonna be ready to sell. So it's the
Oh
on the
yeah.
follow up.
Absolutely.
It's on the follow up, man. You gotta keep following up with
Definitely.
them.
That's what's up, man. Absolutely. Is there any other potential deal that you are kind of working out right now?
Yes, we got two more in Missouri. The three, one here in my local town in Jacksonville, and two more in Missouri that they potentially gonna be a deal.
Awesome. That is fantastic. Please keep me posted.
Yeah.
All right. So this was Novu, Alabama. Um, you said that. that they were under contract with another investor, but the property was not listed, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was. I think it was like a cash offer or something, or they were like, because there are a lot of wholesalers or investors. They just tell the owners, yeah, I'm gonna give you the full price. They sign the contract and then they try to sell it to someone else. And then I think, of course, if the numbers are not right, other investors are not gonna buy it. I think that's what they were doing,
Right.
trying to to fish someone else, and they couldn't perform on that, and then they disappeared. So
That is crazy. But I mean, crazy, but in the end, convenient for you, right?
yeah, of
So
course.
that's great. Mm, how much was the seller asking for the property initially?
Okay, they were asking around 200K, and then we started negotiating with them, and we got a lower up to 175 because they cannot go lower than that because of their mortgage, and they need also to get some money. And if if they couldn't make some money to help, if this lady Lynette couldn't make some money in order for her to help her daughter, then it's not, it's not it's not
Wouldn't
important
make sense.
for to her. It doesn't make sense for her to sell it. She needs some money. So
Yeah.
we create our offer based on her needs. So that way we help her and then we make some money as well. So that's why we accept them 175 75K in order for her to get some money and deliver some money at closing, and she could, hopefully she can get out, help her daughter to get out of jail, and do whatever they need to do with that.
Yeah. All right, fantastic. So after the repairs that you're gonna do, you're gonna list it for around 300K, meaning that
Yeah,
will you will end up getting around 80 to 90K profit,
yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Now the motivation was, well, it's very simple, right? The daughter is in jail, they need to get her out. So
yeah.
they need money to pay the attorney and all of that,
Yes,
all of those costs.
yes. That's the
Okay.
motivation.
Okay. So how difficult overall was closing this deal or getting it to contract?
Okay. Actually, it wasn't this one in particular. It wasn't that difficult because the motivation was real and
Yeah.
the pain was present. So it was, the patient to wait until that contract expired, and the being focused on following up every week in order until she answers our calls, because the lead came in January and she didn't answer until the end of January. So we were following up every week, sending her messages, and also trying to call once or two times a week after the first 3 days, until she answers at the end of the month. Worry about, because hey, nobody's answering me with this offer that I signed. So I guess they disappear and they're not gonna perform. So that what happened.
Right. Okay. Okay. And when do you expect to close on this deal?
All right. We got under contract with her for 2 months, for renovation deal, because we got 60 days with renovation deals. But now that we have to repair, we are going to change that to 3 months, because we need to spend maybe 15 days, 20 days, depending on the contract, fixing the property up and then getting it ready. And after we fix it and we put it in the market, I'll, put 2 months upfront in order for us to get it on the contract in the next 14 days and then 30 more days to close it. So it's going to be a month and a half after the property is ready and listed. So it's going to
A
be, we
month
are
and a
in
half after the
February.
property.
Yeah, March, April. I think at the end of April, maybe,
All right.
or
Makes sense.
first days of May. So it's good because it's gonna be spring, and spring is hot
Yeah,
for, so it's market change. So maybe we can sell it a lot for a lot more.
that is great, man. That is great. Hey, congratulations, Marlon. I'm really happy for you and for your team.
If you want motivated seller leads and a closing system built to scale, book a free strategy call with Hesel Media, and we'll show you the exact plan to fix your funnel and start stacking deals.